Welcome, everyone. I hope we're all having a pleasant day. I didn't work today and got a chance to have a chat with my therapist. That was fun. Mm, mm, fucking tasty. So glad I fucking grabbed coffee today. All right, hold on. Let's. I want that. Oh, I can't bring. Damn it. Fine. Boo. My phone's over there. It's fine. Mm. Not gonna lie, it is really nice. Oh, actually, what I need to do is mute that. Because I do not need my own audio played back at me through my laptop or through my Chromebook. Though, fucking, this Chromebook has been a slight frustration today. Apparently, there are a bunch of apps that, the Chromebook wants just to remain on the Chromebook, no matter what I have to say about it. So, yeah. It hasn't been a day like yesterday. Yesterday was a much worse day. It's just been, a little bit of frustration, not being told that I have to apologize to the person who threatened me with a brick. But, so, we're working on this guy. It kind of weird. So, let's take a look here. What I'm going to do, get back here. I'm going to take a look at the actual, like, quote unquote box art for this guy, just so that I can get an idea of okay. There we go. I need you. I need you. Hey there, Bradens. How are you doing? So we're working on this guy because there was a redeem last night that I had to pick a model, and this was the model that was picked. Well, that somebody in chat got to pick a model, and this is the model that was picked. So we're gonna do my version of speed painting, which involves me using a metric shit ton of inks rather than heavy body acrylics. So, since it's like a Lion Man's, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to kind of try and go for an orange. So I'm using some De Scarlet. I think I put like 3 drops in there, and I'm going to put like a single drop of titanium white. Maybe 2 drops. Also, little mini PSA: be very careful when you work with inks because they're messy as shit if you spill them. We're going to desaturate this just a little bit. There we go. That's actually the perfect color. There we go. All right. Let's get some shit done. Well, first let's get some coffee in me. Oh, so fucking tasty. Okay. Now, start 101. Right? Yeah, perfect. There's my one. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I don't normally stream this early. The only reason I am is because I booked today off, so that because like there was a scheduling issue between work and therapy. So I decided that I would get paid to have my therapy session today. E.g., I used some of my fucking vacay time. And this guy is one of those open shirt dude bros, so gotta make sure I got the chest fur. Dude has some massive fucking forearm muscles. Like, that's ridiculous. Fine, that's gonna be. I'm probably gonna do the wristbands black on this one. Just simply because I think that'll look cool. I'll probably have to do a second layer. That's fine. I'm mixed up enough that I should be able to do that, no problem. Okay. It is a weird way to sculpt the arm. Like, it looks like it's too thin from the back. But I mean, it is what it is. I think I might do the claws black. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get. Terminates here. And now let's get this here painted. There we go. Charlie. Okay, so this. Oh, okay. I'm coming from this angle. I'm like, this is gonna be difficult. Stupid, weird angles for legs. So this model here that this mini here that I'm painting is from Adventures and Academia, a Kickstarter that I backed like a couple of years ago. One of the last like 5 minis in the set that I still need to paint. She'll let me burn, locked tied up in the tower on top of the domain of humanity. The god that I've heard, on to majesty, she the hunter's travesty, the talents she will turn. Okay. Okay. Make sure we have legs fully painted. You know what? I'm gonna be doing the tip of the nose black, so that's gonna get covered anyway. I just want to make sure that everything that is supposed to be orangey is going to be orangey. You in a dream, tormented. God, I'm just gonna hunt you down. See, now, as well, like, this character in the book is labeled as a barbarian. I do not know why a barbarian would wear a cape. Like, seriously. That, to me, feels like it would constantly get in the way as they were trying to fight. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm tempted to, like, on the clawed hand over here, because it is a barbarian, to use some of my homemade blood effect paint and have it kind of dripping off. Like he'd just torn somebody's throat out. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe put some on the axe as well. Oh, I gotta get the one leg. Once again. Hey. Not quite the right color of orange. More, well, less not the right, quite the right color, just more not quite matching as well as I would like it. There, that's better. That's better. Okay, let that set for a moment. And I still have to decide what I'm going to do his clothing. Um, I know what I'm doing for the hair. Well, actually, I kind of have an idea for his, at least the cloak. Or, sorry, cape. That's not a fucking cloak, it's a cape. I'm going to do the outside of it red, and I'm going to do the inside of it black. Because I think that'll look pretty cool. Um, the outer shirt bit, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. The like mane and tail tuft, those I'm gonna do yellow. But I'm not sure if I want to do them azo medium or lemon. I'm thinking I'm gonna use the azo. You know, I need to get a mouse for my Chromebook that I can like customize like buttons on so that I can like essentially do thing basically have it set up so that I can just, you know, pop that there pop that out with just a single button press. I mean, I guess I could do that with my touch portal and just have a button for Discord. That's a thing that I could do. Hmm. I should set that up. Because there's like buttons on my touch portal that I don't utilize like at all. And it's been a while since I've, set up new buttons for myself. Okay, so now I need to find one of these that doesn't have a lot in it. You know what? You'll do. Take some of the Azo Yellow Medium. And I'm going with the Azo because it simply because it is like a medium yellow rather than like a lemon. Because the lemon is too light of a yellow, if that makes sense. I know that nobody probably cares my methodology about my methodology of what I'm doing, but you know, dead air is bad. Not that with the music going in the background, there's dead air really, but you know what I mean. We content creators are supposed to talk while we do the thing. This I'm gonna have to do a couple of layers because the azo is a transparent ink. Thankfully, the yellow is just a single pigment. It's not a blend. Let's move to the main. Okay. Though I must say, with all of the that's another one that I need to change because Humble did change the way their partner program works or affiliate program works. So that link is actually no longer valid. But yeah, so one thing that I really like about the fact about my Chromebook is the fact that I now have something bigger than my cell phone that I can play Final Fantasy VII on. Yeah, this is gonna look fucking awesome. Come on. Okay. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to hit the cheek again because it looks like I missed a little bit of orange, but that's okay. I can fix that quickly, especially because I'm noticing it like right now. There we go. So we're gonna clean off the brush. Okay. Oh, pardon me. And just want to make sure. There we go. Yeah. So come on, camera. Now we're gonna bust out the Azo, or sorry, not the Azo, the Napthal Crimson. Sorry, let's make sure our we're stating the right pigments that we're using. Kindness press. Oh, that's the way you're laying. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to boop you in the face. Didn't mean to give you a face booping. Oh, yeah, here you are. You get patents with the foot. Yes, get the foot patents. You know, I really wish I hadn't put this sticker on my cutting mat. If I hadn't put it on my cutting mat, it would have gone on the center of the back of my Chromebook over the Gateway logo. A little bit more. That's probably way more than I actually need. Guaranteed it's way more than I actually need, but whatevs. It is what it is. Okay. There we go. I really like using ink for painting minis. Like, it is so nice. Like, yeah, a lot of them have fairly high transparency, but that's fine in my opinion. Like, having to do a second layer is fucking nothing. And like the working time is somewhere between using like heavy body acrylics and oils. So like you have a little bit of time to do things like wet blending and stuff like that. Like it's not as like you don't have as much time as you would with oil paints. But I mean like over. Okay. The only thing that's a downside is like, especially with natural hair brushes, which I like to use, inks wick like a motherfucker. I also need to make sure that that fucking podcast link is accurate too. All right. Now we're gonna swap over to the inside of the cape. Again, that shit isn't a cloak. It's a fucking cape. And if anybody says different, they're fucking wrong. I appreciate the difference of opinion, but they're wrong. Ooh, I need to find my more of my mitten stickers. They can go on my fucking Chromebook. That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. Ooh, actually, do I want carbon black or Payne's gray? We're gonna go with Payne's gray rather than the black. For anybody who doesn't know, Payne's gray is basically a gray. Well, it is a gray, but instead of being made by mixing white and black, it's made by mixing cyan and black. So you take some carbon black, you take some fucking cyan. And you mash the fucking two together, and you get paint spray. Hold on. No, not cyan. Fucking, this is made with phthalo blue green shade and carbon black. Yep. And for anybody who may want to look into using inks, I definitely suggest De La Rowney inks. They are very nice. And as far as like quote unquote professional inks, they're some of the best. Like they're inexpensive and like they actually go on fairly nicely. Like I prefer them for just straight use over Liquitex for the most part. And they're cheaper than Liquitex. Yeah, it's gonna look nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like how that looks. You know what? I think we're also gonna do Payne's Gray for his shirt too. Yeah. That'll look nice. Because I'm thinking of doing the cloak part, like the outside part, brown of some flavor. I don't know if I'm going to do sepia or if I'm going to do burnt umber. Or not burnt umber, raw umber. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me again. It's Pris. The little princess. The little princess is at my feet. I'm going to need the Lello again. I missed a spot on with the Lello. Water on that. Got some yellow. And one of the things that I really like about inks is if you need to, you can do multiple layers, and it takes a lot, like a ridiculous amount, to make it so that you're starting to lose detail and definition. Which, fucking, I love it. Like, inks are, in my opinion, I need to move the one can off of my ear so I don't feel like I'm yelling. Inks are, in my opinion, the epitome of being able to put two thin coats on a miniature. So, uh, yeah, we're gonna use some of the transparent raw umber. I think you, yeah. It says it's transparent, but it is fairly like it's not like super de duper transparent. I'm very sorry to hear that. On the bright side, as you can see, I'm starting on the miniature that you picked. If that makes you feel any better. I know I keep pulling this down, but it's more so that I can get the right angle for what I'm doing. Yeah, I like that. that supposed to be? Okay, so I'm assuming that's something that's supposed to be solid, like a sheath or something like that. Yeah, it looks like that's what it looks like. So you're also going to get the brown treatment. Okay. Um, well, what I was just saying right now wasn't really all that important. What I said in regards to you saying that you had a terrible dream or the worst dream is I'm sorry to hear that. But bugs are great. Are you sure it's a bug and not a feature? Oh wait, no, this isn't a Bethesda game. Sorry. So this is where this guy is at the moment. Or Skyrim. Or Fallout. Come on now. Bethesda's done more than just Starfield. Or I should say, Bethesda has fucked up more than just Starfield. So I think I'd mentioned it before, like a couple of days, a day or two ago. I got myself a Chromebook today. Well, it was delivered today. I bought it like yesterday. Technically, in my opinion, the day before because I slept between, but neither here nor there. Um, Apparently, my Chromebook insists that I have Roblox installed. I've deleted it like 5 times today, and it keeps on reinstalling itself. I don't even play the fucking game. But the benefit to this is I can now have chat not on my phone while I'm streaming. Also, benefit to this, no, Chromebook is not for kids. Chromebook is, no, it's not. It's for anybody who doesn't necessarily need a full size laptop. Unless, again, and this is just me doing the whole like, me being here. Sarcasm does not transfer over text. You need to be completely clear that you are being sarcastic. I'm not going to assume what someone says over text is sarcasm. I will never assume what someone says over text is sarcasm unless they make it clear that it's sarcasm. Regardless, though, it's annoying as fuck because there's like three or four things that I keep. Well, sorry, no. There's like six or seven apps that I keep deleting because I don't want them on the Chromebook. I would rather have the space that they take up. But the Chromebook is like, nah, son, you need these. Like fucking Stardew Valley. I don't play that game. I have never been interested in playing Stardew. Well, no. I think I tried it like once. Granted, it's not like I had to pay for it. It's I'm getting it for free. So like it is what it is. I just don't want it on my fucking Chromebook. Um, so I think the only reason I'm getting it for free is because of the fact that I have I have Game Pass via Google. So like you get a bunch of games for free. Like I have Final Fantasy VII for free. I have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for free. And once Saturday comes around and I have a the battery packs that I ordered for my Xbox One controller, oh pardon me, it's going to be permanently paired to my laptop so that I can play Knights of the Old Republic and fucking Final Fantasy VII with a controller. But yeah, I have Play Pass on Google Play just simply because of the fact that I do play a lot of games. And, fucking free games is always fun. Okay, so I know that's probably meant. Actually, it doesn't look like it's meant to be a wrinkle. So we're gonna go red. Oh, I know. It wouldn't surprise me if they still want to get rid of Steam. Wait, they want to get rid of Steam now? Why do they want to get rid of? Oh, probably because of games that they don't like. I heard about Discord from you, and then I looked into it. But yeah, that's like basically they want to get rid of any program from any company that's like, "Oh, you want us to delete things because you don't like them? Go fuck yourself." Okay, so this brush for the time being is going to get cleaned and put away. I mean, there's always VPNs. It's worked for Discord. I mean, granted, I think there are rules in the TOS for Steam that like you could potentially catch a ban for using a VPN. I know Sony has rules about that, like for like like Sony accounts and stuff like that. I mean, there's also like I don't know if you can access it from Russia. It should be fine. It shouldn't really make much of a difference, depending on like where the server you're located at is located. Like that may potentially add some lag, but I don't foresee it being that huge of an issue. One, that's dope. You know what? Yeah, we'll use 00. Now we are going to utilize our carbon black. There's a few bits that we need to paint just straight up black. Consuming wherever we sell them. Should have read the fine print. Not necessarily as clean as I wanted it to be, but it'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, downside to my day today, um, I accidentally bought fucking menthol vape fluid. I blame the guy at the store who didn't mention that it was menthol before I purchased it, rather than blaming myself who didn't look at the label before I paid for it. Motherfucker was like, "Oh yeah, this is berry. It's blueberry and raspberry and fucking something else." I'm like, "Oh hey, it has blueberry in it. I am all about that life." Blueberry is best berry, by the way. Like, people are allowed to have a different opinion on that. Just they have to know that they're wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. Apparently, the northern lights were fucking awesome today, but I live in a city with so much fucking light pollution, I wasn't able to see them, which makes me sad sauce. Like honestly, if there's anything that I miss about living in northern Ontario, like northwestern Ontario, it's being able to see the northern lights. Sun. Sun. There we go. Now I need a smaller brush. Do I need a small? No, I don't need a small brush. I can do this with the double zero. Fuck, if I keep up this pace, I might actually be able to get this done tonight. Well, that, and I also started early, so. Because, like, I've already been going for an hour and a half. Black claws on the hands, on the hand paws. Black claws on the feet paws. Yep, no worries. I don't expect people to be glued to their device whilst I am streaming. People have lives. You gotta feed the meat Mac. Speaking of, I should probably actually try to make my way through Attack on Titan. You know, the show that is quite literally about meat mechs. Oh yeah, spoiler. Apparently the Titans in Attack on Titan are fucking technically kind of mechs. Because like normal sized humans can like get in them and control them. It's weird. I've only seen up to like the part where like the main character is pulled out of the one that eats him. So like yeah, I'm not 100% sure the logistics of it, but yes, the Titans in Attack on Titan are apparently meat mechs in the quite literal sense of the word. Okay, so now what I need is we're actually gonna grab another portion cup. Yeah, it's like I Attack on Titan is one of those anime that I've attempted to watch a couple of times now. And the thing that stops me is I mainly watch most of my anime via Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll does not have the English dub for Attack on Titan, even though there is an English dub for Attack on fucking Titan. So I have to watch it on either I think it's on Prime, and I think it's also on Netflix. So I have to watch it on one of those two services. Might also actually be on D Plus too, which is another app that apparently my fucking Chromebook won't let me delete. It's like, no, you have to have Netflix and Disney Plus on here because reasons. Um, so I watch both subs and dubs. Like I watch a lot of stuff as it comes out, and there are very few shows that the dub and the sub are released simultaneously. Um, so like I'm not opposed to watching subs. It's just with some shows, Redline is like a racing anime, is it? Isn't it? Okay. That would be why I haven't watched it. Like I the sports and racing ones, for the most part, I generally pass on. I'm more of an isekai and fantasy anime watcher. Like, and I know people are gonna cringe when I say this, but I actually started rewatching Sword Art Online today because the first two seasons of that show are actually pretty good in my opinion. Not like, the best, but like average fare for isekai in my opinion. The third season, the fucking Alicization arc, that one is some shark jumpy bullshit. That is fair. I though I will say watching him get his comeuppance in the end was very satisfying. Oh, the GGO one? I'm actually super stoked that they're currently releasing a season 2 for that. I really wish they would have done a dub for that one. Similar show to SAO, I actually really liked Log Horizon as well. That's one that I rewatch every now and again. And that one is same basic concept. Bunch of people get trapped in a game, but not because a douchebag is like, "Hey, I want to control a universe and watch people play a death game because I'm an asshole." Yes, 100% yes. 1000% yes. The animation is it's the animation is dated. 100% the animation is dated. But it works. I actually even like the remake. Oh fuck, Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite anime ever. I don't think I've watched Outlaw Star though. Fuck, at one point I had the whole Cowboy Bebop fucking manga. Why not? I'm a I do love me some One Piece. Like granted, getting into it now is kind of a slog because there are so many episodes. Oh yeah, there are a lot of episodes. And it's like One Piece is one of those ones that like if you're going to watch it, you kind of need to start watching it from the beginning because there's a lot of stuff in there that like motivations and character interactions and stuff like that that you really don't get unless you watch the earlier stuff. Let me make this one darker. There we go. There's a nice difference. If you want to watch something that's very much so like a D&D campaign, one that I would suggest, and again, it's an isekai, is Handyman Saito in Another World. That one plays out like the episodes play out a lot like fucking a D&D campaign. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. However, I have a thing for cat girls just because cat girls are fucking hot. Which one that Netflix produces? Wait, Netflix produces cat girls? This is the first I'm hearing. Oh, that one's actually pretty good. Yeah, I really like that one. I don't. That one to me doesn't feel like a D&D campaign so much. Still an awesome fucking show though. I actually re-subscribed to Netflix specifically so that I could watch Delicious in Dungeon. Okay. I'm gonna sepia these since I haven't done them yet, and I am working with sepia at the moment. No, Handyman Saito is he is basically a just like the title suggests. He's a handyman who essentially gets fired from his job for asking about a raise, and then has a fateful encounter with Truck Kun as he is teleported to a fantasy world. And then basically the whole thing is him essentially trying to find his place in the world that he's summoned to. The thing that sets it apart from other isekai is he doesn't get any special powers. He is just straight up a dude from Earth that gets transported into another world. And like I've watched some of that one. I don't think I've watched the whole series. I can't remember why. I know it's on my Crunchyroll watch list. I'll have to like get back to that one eventually. But yeah, like Handyman Saito, basically Saito just fucking like he essentially just uses the skills that he learned as a handyman So like lock picking, um, leatherworking, a little bit of like he repairs armor. Um, he disarms traps. Like he's basically a thief, or well, he's basically a rogue. And like a lot of it ends up kind of revolves around him wanting to feel useful to the rest of his party, and like grappling with feelings of not being good enough and things like that. And there are a whole bunch of other like side stories. Like there's a ninja that falls in love with, or sorry, an assassin that falls in love with a wish. No. Well, okay. I think that depends on the edition. So 3.5 and Pathfinder rogues, they are skill monsters. A rogue in 3.5 or Pathfinder first edition, you basically get all of the skills. That like whatever skills you want, you get. You have the most skills out of any class. Fifth edition, I didn't really play them too much, and really it depends on how you want to play the rogue. I did actually play one. I did play a fifth edition rogue like once. Um, it's all about how you use your character's abilities. Because like in talking fifth edition here, you as a rogue you get the ability to like disengage from combat as a bonus action. So you can disengage from combat, run the fuck away, and basically hide and get to a position where you can run back in and sneak attack. Or you can shoot people from with like a crossbow or a short bow or something like that from the shadows and potentially get like sneak attacks and shit like that. Like the rogue is a very versatile class. If there was one class in 5th edition, now I don't know about 2024 because I haven't looked at any of the rule books for that. Because I've sworn off Wizards of the Coast. The rogue in 5th edition apparently, or sorry, not rogue, the ranger in 5th edition is apparently close to useless. Now, rangers in like 3.5 or Pathfinder were fucking awesome. They were one of the better classes because like you could make a it was easier to make a dual wielding character and get essentially extra attacks for effectively free with a ranger compared to making a fighter. Though I always made dual wield fighters because I like being difficult. But yeah, like really it comes down to with the rogue, it comes down to how you want to play it. If you want to play a character that pardon me, just kind of stands there in combat and beats on the enemy right in their face, yeah, you don't want to play a rogue. If you want to play a character that is more of a melee support character, I would say, then yeah, you would get a lot of mileage out of playing a rogue. Um, But I mean, I don't know. I am of the opinion that no class in D&D is truly useless. Even rangers. It's all about how you choose to play the class and how you build your character. And that really goes with any character in any TTRPG. It comes down to how you build the character and what sort of character you want to make. Um well, I mean, all I said was there's a Fallout TTRPG. I the price of the stuff. I don't know. I'm also well. I mean, you can probably find a PDF that fell off the back of a truck somewhere if you were diligent about it. This is gonna sit over here for the time being. Like, I, all of my fifth edition D&D PDFs effectively fell off the back of a truck. But that's mainly because Wizards of the Coast is dumb, in my opinion, and doesn't want to release their books in PDF. The only way they release their stuff digitally is via fucking D&D Beyond, which, like I said, is dumb. Come on, Bert. Yeah, that's the only way that you can officially get the fifth edition and 2024. Well, now just the 2024 books. Um, in a digital format. Like that's the only way that you can get them legit. Like I was actually really, 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 really lucky because I got most of my fifth edition PDFs before what was it? The Trove got like completely nuked. And like when I say completely nuked, I mean even like their page on the web. Yes, it's my vortex mixer. We've had this conversation before. Because I'm switching from inks to metallics. and I'm using my homemade gunmetal gray. You know, I really should put my folder of 5e PDFs on my Google Drive and make a shareable link for them. Just to, share the wealth. Because, like, to be fair, it's not like I'm really gonna play 5e again. Ooh, actually, before I deal with that, I need to deal with one more little bit. Back here, sepia. There we go. Now it's time to roll some metallics. So I've realized like halfway through this guy that I'm kind of ending up going for somewhat of like a cartoony look. So this is where we're at right now. Oh, and anybody who's in chat, if you want to look at getting one of these handles for yourself, if you punch in exclamation point lethal, it'll bring up a link for a website, specifically the Lethal Shadows Gaming website. I don't make any money off of it, but there's some really cool tools over on that site. I need to fill up my squeeze bottle. And yeah, I'm actually kind of glad after seeing some of the things that I've seen from the D&D 2024 edition, fucking that I've kind of given up on wizards because they like kind of nerfed one of my favorite abilities from one of my favorite classes. That being the sorcerer metamagic twin spell. At least it seems that from the way I read it. It's not as strong as it used to be. But I mean, like at the same time, it actually apparently it looks like it costs less sorcery points to use. So I guess it's not like that bad, but still, it kind of sucks now. Okay. Yeah, so originally I set out to speed paint this, and I think I've done an okay job of speed painting it, but the fact that I do that thing where I'll start talking and then I everything down and continue talking for a bit has elongated the amount of time that it takes. So I might not get this done tonight, but it is mostly done, or it will be at the very least mostly done by the end of the night. Apparently, my back's starting to hurt. Fun. You know, maybe I should have bought a new chair rather than a Chromebook. Ooh. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do with this axe, and I think it will look cool, though other people may disagree. So only like the edge of the blades are going to be essentially like steel slash gunmetal gray. The inside bits of the blade, like in there, I'm going to do that probably like bronze. Because I think that will be pretty cool. It'll add a little bit of contrast. And I get that it won't necessarily be like realistic because I don't think you would be able to securely like weld the two different metals together nicely. But I mean, fuck, it's a fantasy weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be believable. It's put together with fucking magic. At least that'll be my excuse for it. That's if I might not do that now that I think about it. I might just do the raised bits. Yeah, I'll just do the raised bits as brass. Or sorry, bronze. Yeah, that's how I'll do that. I'll do the raised bits and the bits connecting it to the handle of the axe itself as bronze. I think that'll look cool. Mm. I need some water. Once I do that, that, and then that. Grab some of that because yeah, my coffee's empty and I need something liquid in my face. Mm, there we go. Pardon me. Uh, there we go. I wonder. I Oh, I can pop chat out on that too. Aha, I can. Bam! There we go. Mwahaha. That makes my life easier. Pardon me. Okay. Now, oh yes, do That. Oh, this weekend's gonna be so awesome. So long as I can get my Xbox One controller to properly work and pair with my Chromebook. Oh, gonna be so much Final Fantasy VII and or KOTOR being played. Hell, I might even give Stardew Valley another chance. Yeah, that's right. You heard me say it. But yeah, I can honestly say getting the Chromebook was the fucking highlight of my week thus far. I mean, after the bullshit that happened on Tuesday, fucking last night I ended up like Ubering home because and this might just me being paranoid, but the motherfucker that threatened me with the brick left work early on Wednesday, and I wasn't 100% sure if he was waiting somewhere along my path between work and the bus stop that I go to. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna Uber because fuck that noise." Like, dude, okay, so one of the things that floored me about that whole situation, the dude is at least 3 inches taller than me and probably at least 20 pounds heavier than I am. Like, if we were both boxers, he would be in a weight class above me. Fucking guaranteed. and he still felt the need to pick up a weapon to threaten me with. Like, I am 5'9" and at most, at the moment, 135 pounds. I am fucking scrawny. What the fuck are you doing? Don't you fucking dare. Pardon me. Like, if Deanna were a real person, she would be able to, like, juggle me. Now, granted, like, if that situation were would be able to happen, wouldn't I probably wouldn't complain about being juggled by a giant fucking Amazon. Yeah, that's the ticket right fucking there. That's exactly what I wanted. Little bit of something to draw the eye to the axe blade without it being too fucking crazy. You know, I wonder how long it's going to be before Russia decides that they want to try and ban Twitch.
First blood!
Sharky, welcome in. Come on. Knock it off. And need to go back on Bert for a minute. Bernsey, welcome in. What the fuck are you up to tonight? How's your stream? How you doing? Raiders, welcome in. Those of you who do not know me, I am Magical Hack. I am also an asshole with a paintbrush. Nice. Nice. I've been painting... Yeah. Come on, camera focus. This little motherfucker. Doom of Malantai, welcome in. Yeah, I had booked today off because there was a scheduling conflict between therapy and work, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get paid by work for my therapy session, which had a lot to do with fucking work today. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna start my stream early. So I started it like just after midnight. And then Monday is real Thanksgiving, also known as Canadian Thanksgiving. So that's a stat day. So I have two 4 day weeks in a row. Why did I need that? Oh, that's why I needed that. Okay. Fucking had a brain fart there for a moment. If you happen to have any pictures of what you were working on, Burnsy, feel free to share them. I know you're not gonna, share something that's gonna fuck with my channel. Though you did just finish stream, so yeah. Let's take- Ooh, that's fucking sexy. Ooh, nice. So yeah, anybody who's in chat right now, if you're not already following Inquisitor Burnsy, I don't know what the seriously. So can take the moment and go drop Burnsy a follow. He's an awesome artist, and yeah, that's really all you need to fucking know. Um, he's a friend of the channel, awesome part of the community. And he is another asshole with a paintbrush. I mean that with the utmost respect from the bottom of my black heart. Eat shit, bot. I don't want brass. This is bright gold. I need bright gold. Thank you very much for that follow, Malantai. There is only one bot that is allowed in my channel, and that is my bot. Well, I guess the owned bot is fine. It's not a... It's not a bad one. I tolerate that one. Okay, that's enough of a ride on. That's enough of a mustache ride on Bert for you. Just need a little bit of the gold. Just an eensy tiny fucking bit. You're not coming in to try and sell me fucking viewers. You know, I could probably automate the fucking bot banning process. Thinking about it. Because really, all I would have to do for that is set it up so that my bot looks for, listens for, like, the words cheap viewers, and then bans the user that, and then, like, slash bans the user that says it. Okay, synthetic brush can go away because I don't need that at the moment. Now, I need a wee bit more of the carbon black. So yeah, the only thing on this that isn't an ink are the metallics. Every other bit of pigment that's gone on this has been an ink. Because I'm slightly masochistic. You know what? We're going to use this one. I agree. I also really don't like most miniature paints. Like in my opinion, the vast majority of miniature paints suck ass. But yeah, for the most part, I generally use either heavy body acrylics, inks, or paints that I've made myself. Yes, I occasionally make my own paint. Yep. So I have a blood effect paint that I made. Actually, I have a couple of different blood effect paints that I've made for myself. I have God damn it. Um I have a couple of glow in the dark paints that I've made for myself. So part of the reason for that is because like I like having the control. Like I like having more control over my paints than what oh yeah. My heavy bodies are all golden. Golden heavy bodies. Mwah, fucking chef's kiss. But, you know, sometimes like I know it's in a GW fucking bullet pot, but like, you know, I needed a blood effect paint and I didn't want to have to give GW money for blood for the blood god. And this actually it works really, really well. Actually, so from another project that I'm doing at the moment. So come on, there we go. So like the blood on the teeth and like the gore, that's some of my homemade blood effect paint. Those, you know what? They're gonna get a little bit of natural crimson. Or, or damn it. So, do you use so flat, or are you a heavy body painter? Um, so like you said you use golden paints. So okay, so you use heavy bodies. So flat is their fluid acrylic, or at least like a lot closer to a fluid acrylic. A lot of miniature painters, like the like content creator miniature painters, swear by it. I've seen it's basically it's the same shit, just it's not as thick. Um, and not that you probably need any tips for like thinning your paint or anything like that, but I'm going to provide one anyway. What I like to do as far as thinning, ink. Like I thin all of my heavy bodies with ink simply because it helps keep the pigment density more so than using like a medium or water. Because like if you're using a medium to thin, or like if you're using water to thin, it like that pigment, while yes, it is still going to be very like there is going to be really high pigment density. It's still going to thin that out and increase the opacity. If you use something like, a if you use something like an ink that's going to have pigment in it as well, it's going to mitigate that a little bit, so that you're still going to have a like you're going to have more dense pigmentation. um and also like I like doing this. I like using ink because also like if I need to mix colors, I can, take my heavy body, say I want to mix, say I don't want to use, for whatever fucking reason, my uh my Diox purple. I want a different purple than Diox purple. I can take my Cad red and my phthalo blue and make a purple and thin my paints all at the same time, thereby killing two birds with one stone. Or as my ex used to like to say, getting two birds stoned at once. I do that for the most part, but dioxazine purple is the best purple I have ever used. Hands down, bar none. Yeah, I use actually, as far as glazing goes. Lately I've been using Two Thin Coats medium, just simply because like I've got their Kickstarter and I have three of the little bottles of it. But my favorite medium, I need to change that. My favorite glazing medium that I have isn't actually a glazing medium. It's golden airbrush medium. Yeah, I find it like a lot of people will swear by like water and shit like that. Nah, fuck that. It too is a gloss. Exactly. Why use water for, you know, uh, to make a glaze when you could use water to make coffee? Like seriously. Because as we all know, coffee is love, coffee is life. But I mean, also that being said, I have sitting next to me one, two, three, four. I have five different mediums sitting next to me. I have two gel mediums, a gloss and a matte. I also have two fluid mediums, again, a gloss and a matte. And I also have my airbrush medium. Technically, I have six if we count the two thin coats mediums as well. For various uses, yeah. Like the gloss gel is what went into my blood effect paint. The fluid mediums have gone into some of my glow in the dark paints. Actually, most of my glow in the dark paints and slash homemade paints. And as I mentioned previously, the airbrush paint is my secret sauce for glazing. Also, this here, which used to be Ard Coat, is essentially just the gel gloss medium because it also makes a nice moist look. But yeah, I go hard when it comes to yes, 100% yes. Do I have something by that I can show for that? Uh, Sorry, Putums, didn't mean to kick you. No, I didn't make you. Did I make you wet looking? No, you're fairly matte. Oh, actually, no. The last thing I used the gloss on was the tricorder, and I already sent that to the customer, to the person who commissioned me to do it. But yeah, it's like it because essentially that's pretty much like there's probably more stuff in it, but like that's pretty much what Ardcoat is. Is it's basically just a gel gloss medium. Oh, that was something I was going to do. So what I need right now is I need another cup. Boop. I need a lid. Boop. Some of the most useful non-specifically hobby tools that I use for hobby tools. Fucking 1 ounce portion cups. We're gonna grab the Liquitex Carbon Black. That's fair because there are a lot of options out there. But like the easy way to think about it, like from the perspective of somebody who has made their own paint, your mediums are what give your paints it's basically what your pigment is suspended in. But it also gives that's what gives your paints either a glossy, a matte, or a wrong fucking blank here. Not satin. The fucking the step in between glossy and matte. Basically, that's what. No, it is satin. Yeah. That's what gives your paints their finish, basically. Be it glossy, satin, or matte. Three, four, five. There we go. 5 drops of that. There. We're gonna grab the golden. And 10. Okay, I guess you're getting 11 drops. That was the airbrush medium. Yes, the secret sauce. So part of the reason why I use that is I want this black to be a little bit more transparent, mainly. So that I can. Where is the cap for this brush? Oh, there you are. Mainly because I'm going to be putting it on the base. Because I want, bastard. I want some of the gray from the primer to kind of shine through. Not shine, but like show through. But I still want like I still want it to be dark. I kind of want it like a grungy dark tile look. Oh, and yeah, like as you can see, come on, you asshole. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like you can see, you can still see like the gray through a little bit. Whereas if I would have done with just the straight black, it would have overpowered that, and the tiles would be basically just black, which is what I don't want. What the? Come on, you man, stop that. Actually, you know what? Prior to that happening, so I need to go boop boop. Let's see, in wallpaper and style. No, no. There we go. System preferences. Power. Keep display on. Boop. Now, you stop turning off on me, motherfucker. Or well, stop going to a screensaver. I don't want you going to a screensaver right now. Alright, and now what we're gonna do, put you away, grab the 000. Oh, I love working with transparency, like transparent paints and fucking with transparency in general. Because, like, you can get so many different effects that way. Yeah, no, no worries. You even with the golden acrylics, I know the cadmium red is a semi-transparent. Cadmium yellow is a semi-transparent. Diox purple is transparent. Is that transparent or semi-transparent? Yeah. So Diox purple is a transparent. Um, hmm, gosh. Damn it. Hold on. Okay. And ooh, all right. Um, and aha, boop. Fuck out of here, bot. I know you guys didn't see the bot, but I did. Hey there, Uber. How are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate your name as coffee is love, coffee is life. But getting back to the whole like talking about paints and transparency thing, um, carbon black is also a like the heavy body acrylic. Carbon black is also a transparent or at least semi-transparent paint. There we go. Lines. Yeah, see, I call myself an ass. I call myself an asshole with a paintbrush. Any questions that you may have, if I know the answer, I am more than willing to provide you with any knowledge that I have. I, as far as my qualifications, um, I paint minis. I fucking make paint. I talk about paint. Um, I generally use the fancy shit. So any advice in regards to paint that you may have, it's going to be coming from somebody who uses artist acrylics rather than bespoke miniature paints. Um, because yeah, other than metallics, I generally don't use a lot of regular miniature paints unless I'm cheating and want to do a skin tone really quickly and easily. Highlights under white. So one of the like what you're gonna want to do with that, like you're basically trying to highlight like do like edge highlights and stuff like that. So one of the things that fucking dropping my brush. One of the things that I've learned in my time painting is you don't necessarily want to go with your brightest white first. You want to build up to that and use your brightest white for those highlights on like the edges and stuff like that. So like um now I'm assuming you use like normal miniature paints like fucking Vallejo or Citadel or what have you. Um what brand? Because that'll kind of help with. Yeah, I have my the collab thing set to like limited as to who can join. But basically the whether you're using like golden heavy body acrylics, golden so flat, Citadel paints, Vallejo, fucking what's the one that everybody was raving about forever ago? Um, like no matter what you're using for paints, Army Painter is one. You want to build up to your brightest white. So you kind of want to start with like an off white and then go a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter. Army Painter. Okay. Um so like da-da-da. Okay, so I don't have a lot of Army Painter stuff, but I do have some old Vallejo stuff that that I had received as a gift a while back. So I'll use that as an example. So where are my whites? So I have white primer for you, brown. You were a satin varnish. You're a bone white. Actually, that would probably work as well. Blue gray. That's the brown that I looked at. You are another brown. Wow, I did not receive a lot of whites in this. They're silver, gold gray. So like if I was going to do Army Painter does sets as well. Like if I was going to do like something like a Hollow Knight, um, I would probably start with something like a Bone White or like that level, like essentially kind of an off-white kind of bone color, and then I would move on from there to like then dry brush over that, like an intermediate white, and then I would move on for like the highlights, and that's when I would be using like the brightest white that you have, like for the edges and stuff like that. Because if you go with your brightest white first, you're not really gonna have anywhere to go up. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be able to go brighter if you go with your brightest white first. Yes, you want to thin your paints no matter what you're using, whether you're using like myself, I use heavy body acrylics. Well, I use heavy body acrylics and inks. Airbrush is a whole different beast. Um, like airbrush does work. There is a like everything is thinner than heavy body. So like a heavy body acrylic is something like this, which it comes in a tube. It's super fucking thick. Like it's kind of goopy. And like this 100% I have to thin way more than you would have to thin your army painter paints. Fuck, it's thick with three C's. All acrylics dry fast. Unless you have a something that'll slow down the drying time, you want to work as quick as possible. That like yeah, that can happen if you try and rush yourself. What I like to do is I'll use actually what I've been working on tonight as an example. So like I started like up here with the orange. I went all the way down and did all of the various parts. And then when I went back in to do my second coat, I didn't bother starting up here again until I'd gotten all the way down to the bottom. Like, while you do want to work quickly when you're painting, it's, you do want to work quickly. Like, you don't want your paint drying on your brush because that will ruin your brush. You also don't really want to rush yourself. Um, so like you're planning on painting a Hollow Knight. Yeah, yeah. Like basically, I'll start from the top, do my first layer of everything, or like do like with this, I did all of the orange first from top to bottom. Then I kind of set it down for a little for a minute or two, chatted for a little bit. Thank you. Um, and then I went back in and went back to the top and started with the orange again, going down. And then I worked on the hair a little bit, like the yellow for the hair, the boop. Um, And like this guy here is 99% done in acrylic ink. Um, the only thing that's not acrylic ink on this are the metallics. But like, yeah, like I said, I started from the top, worked my way down, set it down for a moment, chatted with chat a bit, picked it back up, worked on the hair, like the yellow for the hair. Then I went back in and touched up the orange a little bit wherever it needed touched up, and then I moved on to like the cape. This is a Lion Man Barbarian that I got from in a Kickstarter that I had backed like ages ago. Um, okay. As far as metallics, you will hear various different opinions on on what brands people prefer for paints. 100%, it will like everybody has their own thing. I like, as far as working with miniatures, the Vallejo Model Color Metallics. I find they do the job as far as bespoke miniature paints. Um, as far as stuff like Rust-Oleum, my suggestion, and now mileage may vary, I would suggest if you're going to use something like Rust-Oleum, use it primarily for essentially your spray primer. And I would get essentially like with that, I would get a gray, a black, and a white. Maybe like pick a set of primaries. But like your gray, black, and white are going to be essentially your main priming colors. That's nice. Yeah. And like that's the thing too. Like if you're like the Rust-Oleum spray metallic will have its uses. And like it will have its niche where it will work well. When you're working on a miniature, not so much. In my like again, anything that I'm saying is just my opinion. Yeah, not a problem. I'm fucking. That's why I have the AMA tag on my channel because I want to see more people painting. I want to see more people getting into the hobby and doing the thing. Because like the more people that are putting paint on plastic, the better, in my opinion. Hell, the miniature painting community here on Twitch that has been here over the past fucking 4 or 5 years well, like 3 years that I've been here, 3.5 years that I've been here on Twitch, have helped create essentially the the miniatures and models category. We are why there is a new category here on Twitch. Like as a collective of hobbyists. So like it's one of those things that like yeah, it's a fun hobby. The community uh go away bot. Bot's not welcome here. Um, I think the sculpting category, I think that just got folded into makers and crafting, which kind of makes sense because that it fits. Um, but yeah, like the miniature painting community here on Twitch, I have only ever had a bad experience with one content creator in the hobby painting space. Uh, Honestly, that's kind of a column A, column B thing. Like it honestly can go into both. I mean, not everybody's going to be awesome. And especially when you there are people that are out there that are going to be like, oh, you don't like this thing that I like, I'm going to be an asshole about it. It's just one of those things of it's more of a reflection of that specific content creator than anybody else. um and this was fucking a year and a half, 2 years ago that this happened, that I had the issue with that individual. So it's like people like that are very, very few and far between. I have found on here on Twitch. Um, like, but yeah, no worries. However, it is at the 4 a.m. mark, and this is normally where I hit some buttons and walk over to the couch. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit some buttons. I'm gonna walk over to the couch, and we're switching mics. So yeah, yeah, that is very, very accurate. Oh, treats for the putums. Oh, and just look who just walked in. Yeah, come on. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Come on. Oh, there you go. And there you go. Yeah, pretty putums. Yes, the pretty putums. The Miss Press. Alrighty. Yes, the putums.